Welcome back, guys, to another video, another shaving video, of course. Pretty much going to go over why the safety razors. Why not cartridge razors? Why not the Gillettes for the women, the Venus, I think they're called, the Dollar Shaving Club, the Defenders, if you guys know those hairy ones. What's the big difference, right, compared to a safety razor? For a lot of people that's new, that's always been using the cartridge razors with the multi-blades, they see this, they tend to run away and they're like, nah, it's kind of scary. I don't blame them. I mean, it looks intimidating. It's in the name. It's a safety razor for a specific reason. It's very easy to use. It actually is just as easy as using a cartridge razor. The only difference here is the price that you're going to be saving up. I'll tell you which one it is, and the feel. The feel of it is completely different. Now, I know some of you men already know that there's a saying, there's nothing like the first shave. Absolutely nothing like the first shave. I used to agree with that, because I used to have a Gillette razor, the one that pivots and moves around. It was really cool. I was into it, but I noticed that they don't even last to begin with. They don't last. The first shave feels great. I would always get irritated, get a whole bunch of razor bumps, razor burns and all that whatnot. And it just wasn't pleasant. I didn't like shaving at all. The only time I liked shaving, it was the first time with the brand new cartridge razor. After that, I try to avoid it as much as I could. Obviously, I would still need a shave. We all do. But ever since I saw one of these, I started investigating. Because at first I was intimidated by safety razors first. I really thought they looked cool. They're old school. I thought they looked vintage, really cool. But nonetheless, a little bit intimidating for myself, since I've never handled one of those. But the safety razor compared to a cartridge razor is completely different, man. One, you get that feeling sensation of the first shave. It's like, this is great. After that, doesn't feel the same at all. It's like a completely different razor. I know a lot of you have experienced that before. I know I have every time. And they clog up so quick. As soon as you shave, you have to rinse it out. You're struggling to get all the hairs out. You can't even do it. You struggle with that. They rust really quick. They don't last just a few shaves, if that. And then you got to get rid of them, put it in a cartridge razor. After that, I've noticed that I was paying about $30 every about a month or so, maybe a little more, just for the cartridge razor, man. That's where they get you. The key difference with the safety razor, once you buy the actual razor, all you have to worry about is buying the double-edged blade. You pay pennies for a double-edged blade. So, for example, like the Dorco Platinum, Prime Platinum blades that I always use, for a pack of 100 of those, you can find them about $10 to $13, depending on where you get them. Either way, if you do the count, it's like 10 cents per blade, maybe less, which is phenomenal. And they last you a lifetime, man. Basically, they last at the very bare minimum, depending on your usage, it can last you about 2 years, that pack of 100 blades. Safety razor, the first time you shave, feels exactly like that, man. Like the first shave, every time. Now, of course, you get out of one razor blade, I would say, personally, I would only do 5 to 6 shaves with the same blade. Plus, you get way less irritation, way less razor burn, bumps, nicks, cuts. It's all true. Because with the cartridge razors, what they do with all those multi-blades, they cut underneath the skin for the hair. It starts causing a lot of ingrown hairs. Now, a safety razor could do the same thing. Very, very rare, especially if you really know how to shave well. You know, it doesn't take a genius to actually get one of these and start, shaving with them. They're pretty easy once you get the handle of it. Basically the same thing as a cartridge razor. So that's one thing I love about safety razor. They feel like the first shave basically every time, just with one freaking double-edged blade that you put in there. They last you a lifetime. You'll be saving a whole bunch of money. Now, the first time you buy a cartridge razor, you think, oh, this is gonna last a while. You pay, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks for one of them. And it comes with a whole bunch of cartridges, maybe like 3 or 4 of them. But they go out like that quick because they clog up, they rust real quick, and they just don't feel as good after the first shave. So with these, obviously I have a pretty expensive razor here, safety razor. But I've said before in my past videos, Rockwell, you can get the Rockwell 6C, I believe it's called. And it comes with 3 different base plates, the bottom right here. And each side, the bottom and the top, if you flip them over, they're different size for blade gaps. So you get a super mild one, which is like, the least aggressive, which is good for the beginners. They have a more mild, a medium, and aggressive, and more aggressive. So for the more, thicker, coarse beard, to shave all that stuff off. And that Rockwell razor, man, it can't be beaten. There's a whole bunch of safety razors out there that are very affordable. You can get on Amazon, Target, Walmart. Personally, I wouldn't recommend them. They're better than a cartridge razor, that's for sure, don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna link it up so you can get a Rockwell or even a Henson. But the Rockwell is a little cheaper, and you get different range with it. So for a beginner, that's the top tier, I would say, to begin with. You get a whole bunch of different plates with different aggression settings. And it's about 50, 60 bucks. Now I know it can be expensive at first, but if you put it in comparison, the first time you buy a razor, for example, that Rockwell, it'll cost you, let's say 60 bucks, a pack of 100 blades, another, let's say 10 bucks, 70 bucks right there. Plus, sometimes you want to get a good brush, maybe a good soap. A brush you can find one at Amazon, which I'll link it up. It'll cost you no more than 10 bucks. The ones I've gotten from my family, they're about 7, 8 bucks. A shaving soap, I'll link it up as well. You can get a shaving cream, which is by Tobbs. It's a really, really good shaving cream. It's very old school, it's very manly. And that one's about around the same price. So yeah, I mean, let's say the first time around, you're spending basically what you're gonna be spending for a few months with a cartridge razor in one day. It can be quite expensive in that area. But once you get that stuff, it's gonna last you for years. The only thing that you'll probably have to replace more often is the shaving cream or the shaving soap. Even then, those will last you, depending on how much you shave, a year, maybe more. Or if you shave every day, it'll probably still last you like close to a year, if not the year. So you're getting your money's worth and you're expanding all that. With a cartridge razor, you spend, let's say 50 bucks at the most, 40, 30 bucks, between 30 and 50. It won't last you that long. You're gonna keep having to buy new cartridges to replace them. And those packs of cartridges can go up to, again, like 30 bucks each one, 20, 30 bucks, depending on which ones you get. There's those affordable ones, of course, from the Dollar Shaving Club, the Defenders, the Harrys. But in the long run, when you do the math, you're still saving up a ton more money with the safety razor and all those double-edged blades. just because you're paying cents to the dollar for it. It'll benefit you in the long run. Not only that, you're gonna get way greater shaves. You're gonna love shaving, because I know that happened to me, and everybody I know that uses a safety razor, they love it. They can't get enough of it. They love that feel. It's that first shave feel every time. Every time, it never disappoints, which is amazing. After that, I mean, I'm more of an enthusiast. I know I've been using this one more every time on my videos, just because I love the smell of it. But I have a whole bunch of different soaps I still have to review, and I've already used, and they smell amazing, very phenomenal, and you know, it's great. But for the average consumer, a Rockwell, a Nice, or a McCurr, a Henson razor, you know, you can't go wrong with those. Those will last you for a lifetime. It doesn't even have to be for a beginner. Those are good for even the most professional shavers out there that I know of. You know, a safety razor is a safety razor at the end of the day. It's really good, but there is a key difference between the ones that you buy like at Walmart or freaking Amazon. You don't have to get a super crazy shaving brush like mine. This one costs like $30. You don't really have to. I've already used the ones that are cheaper that I've got from my other family members. They work just as great. The only difference is it's not as big, and you can't get through everything as fast or as efficient, but at the end of the day, you still can. Basically, I'm gonna link up everything for you folks and basically post up the difference in prices from cartridge razors compared to safety razors. And you know, as I always talk about, this shaving soap smells exactly like Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, which I got it right here. Man, what every man should smell like. It's definitely very appealing, very masculine. It's completely different than any other cologne that you can buy, you know. It's completely different, but this basically mimics it spot on. And that's why I absolutely love it. Like, I open this up, I smell it. It's like I have the cologne right here on my nose. That's how good it is. And the cool thing, once I'm done with this and I'm gonna go out, after I shave with this soap, I'll put on this cologne and we're good to go, baby. I mean, you know, like I usually always say, after every video, you know, you wanna look like a king and smell like a king. And right now, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna show you exactly another video of how to shave with a safety razor and how it sounds and how it looks so smooth. First of all, I'm gonna wet my shaving brush, dunk it in the water, get it ready, prepped up, open this bad boy up, take a nice whiff of it. It smells phenomenal. Do a couple swirls right here. You know, I'm just gonna get it prepped up right now, just so I can have a good enough soap in here. And I think that should be enough. I'll put that aside. Today I'm gonna be using a little bit of pre-shave oil. Just a few drops. And apply that. So there is, I'm gonna shave. Make it glide like butter. Now something, you can't even get that feel with first time using a cartridge razor. You can buy all these products that I've used for that. It'll make it feel better, but it's not even to the same level, man. It's completely different. It will make it feel better. I've tried it before, but it's just not the same. It clogs it real quick. You can't even get through one single pass just as good. Well, unless you have basically no hair, it's everyday shaver. But I wouldn't recommend it. You're gonna get a whole bunch of ingrown hairs just like that, razor bumps and all that. And apply that bad boy up. That holds a lot of water. Just rinse it up a little bit. Break the backbone. By breaking the backbone, like I've mentioned before, you push in. And you start going in. doing swirl motions, going back and forth. Do that on each side. Now, for you folks or anybody in general that likes to shave, or you want to try this out, I definitely recommend focusing on the areas that you get most irritated or the most sensitive. For most people, just like me, it's the neck area, where I'm going right now. That's where I like to focus more, mainly. And then the top cheek parts or the wherever else that's not the neck area. Doing so, you make the hairs not as tense. All right. Now, in case you're wondering why a shaving soap or why a shaving cream that you use a brush with, and why not just one of those Gillette shaving foams that you just come out of the bottle, I'll tell you why. One, the shaving cream that comes out of the bottle with those Gillettes, they have a whole bunch of chemicals, man. Whole bunch of chemicals that's gonna make your skin even worse, more irritated. You don't want that. You don't want that on the skin. You want to take care of it. You know, that's why we begin using safety razors and all these products. It makes for a better shave. Now, you may not know it until you actually try it, but getting a premium artisan soap or a good premium shaving cream makes all the difference. It glides like butter. It foams up very easily, quick. It lasts longer, and it's more premium quality. It doesn't irritate your skin. In fact, it helps out your skin, especially because like the PAA, the Phoenix Shaving Soap companies, they use all plant-based products, plant-based stuff in their products, which is phenomenal. So does the Henderson Classics shaving company. They're perfect. You can't go wrong with them. And with the shaving brush, I mean, look, you get so much. You can still go in if you need more, rehydrate your skin, let it lather up even more. You can't really get that same kind of feel or, you know, thing with a cream on a can, dude. You want to stay away from that stuff. Just trust me. I'll link everything up that you should get, and you don't even have to get everything all at once, because I know it can be pricey in the first, purchase. But as long as you can get the razor and the razor blades, of course, you're already golden. Just shaving the same way they used to shave with the cartridge razor, with the safety razor, you're gonna see the difference night and day. But once you get these products, it might be a gimmick for you, but it's really, promise, guarantee it's not. It makes all that much of a difference. Night and day, man. You're gonna wish you've done this since day one. You gotta pay attention, you gotta listen, man. Just go for it. Just do it, bro. You don't lose anything, you just gain. That's what I'm saying. Of course, I like to wet my safety razor before every shave. I don't care if it doesn't make a difference, or if it does, you just gotta do it. That's just it, you just gotta do it. All right, first pass. Pay attention, listen up, enjoy. Wow, already you can tell. Look, just by one side, look how much it holds up. You think this thing clogs? Let me rinse it real quick. I just dunk it in the water just for a bit. Swish it around. It's like you didn't even use it. Other side. Beautiful. Perfect. Excellent first pass. Look at that. Again. Look how much it holds up, man. It holds up a lot. Rinses easily. I love it. It's phenomenal. I'm gonna rinse up, go for a second pass, and call it a day. Alrighty guys, rinsed up. I'm gonna go for a second pass. I'm gonna dunk this a little bit more in water. Not too much, just about that much. And you wanna dunk in. And it always depends on every soap that you have. Sometimes you wanna grab more, sometimes you wanna dunk in it a little more. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can always grab more soap. You just don't wanna go too crazy on me. Start going in. And look how quick a good artisan soap lathers up, pops, smells good, slick, thick, creamy. It's rich. Everything you can want. Completely different from one of those shitty, crappy Gillette or any other company's shaving cream in a freaking can. Stay away from that. All right. Squeeze the excess out. Grab some of that. Apply it. Get the other side. Now guys, this doesn't have to be just something that you see in the movies. You can do this in real life. I'm doing it. You know, it's not an old school or like for old people thing. I'm doing it, I'm young. It's cool, feels great, makes you feel good. And let's go for a second pass. I'm gonna rinse that. Other side. I'm gonna rinse. It's a lot of soap. No such thing as too much soap, man. Even better. All right. Easy as that, man. One final rinse. We're good to go. Leaf Calming Serum. Great product, man. You gotta get a good, if not this, find another good aftershave. This one is more than perfect. 4 drops right there is all you need. Apply that to where you shaved. This is gonna help you with any irritation, ingrown hairs, cuts, and avoid all those bumps. It smells phenomenal, feels great. It's thick but not too thick. Very silky. I can already feel it, man. That was a perfect shave. We're gonna wanna make the switch. If you haven't done it yet, do it now.